Hello and welcome back to Down Home Dietitian. I'm so glad you're here. If it's your first time, welcome. My name is Becky. I'm a registered dietitian and exercise physiologist, and I'm also an aspiring homesteader with my husband Charlie and our son Rand on our small homestead out in Western Washington. This is an update video, and it has been a hot second since I recorded for you guys. So this is a little bit of a life update and also a reminder that it's time to be starting your seeds if you live in Western Washington, where I live. We're about 6 to 8 weeks out from our last frost date, so now's a great time to be starting your tomatoes, your peppers, and anything that wants to be planted inside before you transplant it out mid-May and mid to end of May. I was planning to be starting my seeds while I chatted with you about this, but one of our big projects for this summer is to fence our property, and that includes our garden, because at the end of our last garden season we ended up dealing with some issues with deer eating our green beans, especially cauliflower too, and some different things. And so we are probably going to get that fencing in sometime in the month of May. So I'm going to actually aim to have my seedlings ready to transplant out towards the end of May, once that fence is in, so we can hopefully protect them from the deer this year. So I'm gonna delay intentionally my garden by a couple weeks this year. I've already started my frost tolerant seedlings, so I have some of those going here in the greenhouse. But I have lots of things to update you guys on, and I have dozens, if not 100 hours of footage waiting to show you guys that just needs to be edited. And that hasn't happened for a number of reasons that I will briefly cover in this video today. But lots of things are still going on the homestead, and we still have big dreams for it, and we'll hopefully make those happen. But so first update, this is my greenhouse. Yay! My greenhouse is pretty much done. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of some of the things that we have finished or nearly finished. Basically, the only things left in this greenhouse, we have a few things just to hang up decorations, robe hooks and towel hooks for the hot tub part of this, and just some plant holders for hanging plants and things like that. But it's fully functional. It's all painted. That was a big job. So Charlie redid most of the wood, all the windows, redid the entire roof, and built me these plant starting shelves, and then I painted the whole darn thing. That was pretty tedious. I will put out a video on that whole process. It's really changed from when we moved in till now, and it's a lovely little space and kind of a combination greenhouse, bathhouse. I have a small little office space where I work out here sometimes, and then my nice little couch. So it's kind of a little she shed situation, and I love it. I love it, especially now as it's starting to get nicer out, but still kind of chilly. I have a nice cozy place to just be outside without getting wet when it's raining, and being protected from the wind, which means I can still be cozy and enjoy myself outside. So that's one big thing. We've also started making progress on our kitchen renovation. We are nearly done painting cabinet doors. Some of you may have, like over a year ago, seen the video where we pulled the cabinet doors off and started trying to paint the cabinets, and they were chipping really bad. And so we kind of had to come at it a different way, and then we got distracted with outside garden stuff while it was sunny out, so we didn't come back to those until this last fall. So we didn't have cabinet doors for like a year in the kitchen, but we're starting to have cabinet doors. We also have a new countertop and a new sink. You will see all those things. I'll give you a sneak peek in this video, and then you'll see more about that whole process in future videos. In the meantime, we are making plans for fencing the property this coming summer. That's going to look like a perimeter fence. We're getting ready to get a survey done this month, so we'll have our accurate property lines, and then we're going to do horse fencing, bring my horse Bluebell here. We're going to fence the garden, and that's going to allow us the opportunity to have our chickens free range and our livestock guardian dog, well, he's our pet. He is a livestock guardian breed, and we're hopeful that we can train him. We're gonna have to make a project of training him to make sure that he's safe to be around the chickens and protect them instead of prey on them. So we will carefully monitor that and make sure that that is going to be an okay thing to have our dog and chicken yard, within which will be a fenced garden to keep chickens and dogs out and deer out, and a perimeter fence to keep them in, and then also the horse fence. And we'll be building hay storage and a shelter for her, my horse, as well this summer. So those are our main goals for this summer. I've learned to hold project timelines really loosely because they change for a whole variety of reasons, largely in the last year. So we have been through quite a lot in the last year since we moved here. We have had, between the drivers in our household, largely me and our son, we've had three car accidents. We've also had another vehicle stolen. We've dealt with some pretty significant mental health issues in the last year that, thank God, are doing better, but and also on top of that, I hired a business coach and was working really hard on growing and kind of revamping my dietitian and exercise practice. And so between all of those things, something like editing videos was really what kind of took the hit time-wise and attention-wise. So that's why I have all this footage for you guys. You haven't seen it yet. I'm still hoping for you to see all of it, and I'm in a place now where I think it's realistic for me to start chipping away at that and bring you videos. And I'm really excited to start doing that again. And a lot of you have just joined me in the last few months while I haven't really been posting anything. So I'm hopeful that you'll get to see and enjoy and benefit from the content that I have coming. A lot of it is backlogged, so you'll be seeing things that were maybe happening a few months ago, or even as far as a year ago, I think. But regardless, we will have lots more videos coming soon. I'm grateful that you guys are here. I hope that what I can bring you will be of value to you. My vision is for this channel. So I follow a lot of homestead channels and I love them. There are many. If you need a recommendation of what I'd like to watch, let me know. I also follow other dietitians, and what I find is missing between the two of those. So in the homestead realm, there's a lot of people talking about holistic remedies, herbal remedies, talking about functional nutrition. But these are not necessarily people who either have an educational background in nutrition, and also they're not presenting it with any kind of research. It's kind of being presented as like, you know, this does that. It's just a fact. And as a dietitian, as an evidence-based practitioner, I'm like, can you prove it? I want to know, I want to see the how and the why. And that doesn't mean that I don't believe that it's true. It also means I want to know how you know that. Where are you coming up with that? And when it comes to supplementation and functional nutrition, I'm a functional dietitian, so I am definitely seeking to holistically look at a person and all the factors in their lives and things that are affecting their health and deal with root causes and help them to function and feel their best. So I am all about it, and I think that in many cases, herbal and natural remedies don't have the research simply because they're not that profitable. And sadly, that means that we are behind in research of things that could very well be very beneficial. But what we also want to see on the evidence-based side of things, if we're talking about a remedy, a supplement, anything that I'm recommending to someone nutritionally, especially if we're doing it to deal with a condition or a health problem, I want to know, is it safe? And is it effective? And how much? What's the dose? What am I looking for? So in those senses, I'm always looking for the evidence, which I feel like is presented well by other dietitians, and not many dietitians are exploring that herbal healing, natural healing, food as medicine, as well as maybe we could. And so my dream for this channel, it's taken a turn certainly from when I started it till what it is now, but my hope is to bridge that gap. I want to be showing you all the way from, here's the research on why it's healthy, why it's holistic, why it's good for us to eat food this way, and here's how we live that out in a homestead life. Here's how we do free-range chickens. Here's how we preserve our harvest for the winter. Here's how we do from scratch cooking. Here are the recipes, here are the methods, and I hope to, and always try to in my videos, talk about how you can do this on any scale. Like, we have a 2-acre homestead, which in the reality of homesteads is not all that big, but we can do so much with this property. My hope is to be able to show you how, if you live in an apartment with a small balcony, here's what you can grow for yourself. Here's where you can eliminate food from the grocery store and be self-sufficient and produce things, whole foods, on your own, and then preserve them and then use them. So my hope is that on whatever scale, wherever you're at right now, I can provide you with some nutritional reasons, some research, and some actual make it happen wherever you're at. So that's my vision and dream, but I am so open to what you guys want to know. So if you guys have thoughts and comments about what you'd like to see on this channel, tell me where you're specifically at. You know, are you in an apartment? Are you in a small homestead? Are you looking to build a homestead? Or are you just looking to eat more whole foods and you're just sort of checking things out? It would help me so much to know where each of you are and what kind of information would be most helpful for you to continue on in that journey. And hopefully I can bring you both the research and the practicality along the way. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so looking forward to getting back on track with you guys, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.